Hello ladies, welcome. I'm Susan Broadbeck. I know Lindell has introduced me on her page, and I'm excited to do just a quick little training on style partner coaching. I've been doing this business now for 8 years. I've consistently worked my business for 8 years, but 2 years ago I actually went through and hello ladies, I'm glad you guys were able to make it. I was hoping I'd see everyone, so I wanted to make sure it's working. But anyways, hey Cheryl, 2 years ago I started working this business full time because at that time I went through and I had my son who was 2, I had my mom who lives with me as well, so there's a lot of needs and things that need to get taken care of that a full time would not. So the thing is within my business I always try to find what's the most efficient way, what's the most effective way, and what's the simplest and inexpensive. So you know, I know a lot of you can fit those realms, and so I'm here to go through and just tell you how I'm doing my style partner coaching now. And again, the thing is it could be a hostess, it could be style partner, whatever you make it, whatever you say that they are, that's what they are. The whole thing is they need to be a partner with you. So that's huge. So out of the 8 years, the past 7.5, I have always done home hostess coaching. Which has been huge. It's been a great relationship builder. It's been fabulous to be able to meet the ladies outside of just meeting them at their show. However, I now have a 5-month-old, almost 6-month-old, and my 4-year-old, and time does not allow for me to meet up with people and talk to them for 20, 30, 45 minutes. So the thing is I've had to go through and change my ways to make it more effective and simpler and better fit our lives as well. So just to give you an idea, I do home hostess coach sometimes, especially if I know it is somebody who's very interested in the business. I make sure that I meet up with them, especially if they're local. So just to give you an idea, I still home hostess coach, but much less. I usually do 8 to 10 shows a month. So maybe 1 to 2 is actually a home hostess coach, or I meet them at Starbucks or something. The rest is all, you know, it's going to be, I give them the packet when I meet with them at the show. So basically the way that this works is when I'm at a show and somebody goes through and books anytime within the next 60 days. So it would be through October 15th right now. I go through and I actually give them their hostess packet right then and there. It's not something I've ever done after past 7 years, but I will tell you it's been working out great. It's been super helpful because, you know, I'm not having to meet with people an hour or so that are an hour away or anything like that. So that's been huge. But I give them their packets right then and there, and here's what's in my packet. Are you ready for this? Super simple, super easy and effective, okay? Number 1, I go through and I actually just have plain white manila envelopes. I know, it is so crazy, isn't it? And then I use a style partner tic-tac-toe. Now Lindell has actually gone through and created a new tic-tac-toe, which I'm going to be using because I love it. But I know Premier has discontinued our hostess packets, so when I would actually run out of hostess packets, this is what I would do. I'd make it really nice and simple. And what I love about this is it doesn't get into all the details about the 30%, the half-priced items, all of that crazy stuff that people just, you know what? They don't care. They just want to have a fun time with their girlfriends. And you know what? They're excited at the end no matter what they get, which is fabulous. So, you know, that's huge. So literally style tic-tac-toe, manila envelope. Inside here, I put 2 sets of catalogs in there for them. And what I do is I also stick 2 outside order forms. Now, obviously with September 1st, the online catalog or the online store that people can go through and purchase, I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do that. But I think I'm still going to be giving them the outside order forms. And even when somebody's going to go online and place an order, they're still going to write down their name. And, you know, that way we know who we need to follow up with if they haven't placed an order. So, that's huge there. So the next thing that I have in here outside of the outside order forms is a quick sheet about who to go through and invite 40 people in 4 minutes. So it is just, we've been taught that from the very beginning, but it's a great brainstormer because a lot of times they can only think of who's on Facebook or they can only think who's on text. Here, they're able to do it both. As well as neighbors, co-workers, things like that. And what's amazing is I'm getting pictures of these 40 people that they're inviting. So now it's not just they're going to invite their top 10 people or invite 350 people on Facebook. They're actually sending me who they're inviting, which is huge because then they can also keep track of who it is. So that's a good one too. And again, I have everybody take pictures of that and send it to me, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But the next thing that I have in there is just some verbiage for inviting, because here's the thing that I found out, ladies. When we go through and we tell these ladies to invite people, here's what they say. Oh, I'm having this jewelry thing. Do you want to come? Oh, that's so exciting, and I'm so excited to come. Absolutely not, right? So we need to actually coach our hostesses and tell them what they say. So the information sheet that talks about what they need to say with inviting, and you guys will get a copy of all of this, so Linda will actually post it if she hasn't already. But it's going to tell them exactly what to say, when to invite them, what to say if they can't come, what to say of how to remind them. And that's what I love, because we're giving them step-by-step tools. And I will tell you, we sometimes forget that this is our job. That is not theirs. It is number 20 or 30 on their list, whereas it is our number 1, 2, 3, or 4, right? So we need to remember to keep it simple for them and make sure that it's worthwhile and easy for them to understand and follow. So that's the other thing I put in here. The third thing is I put in just an information sheet of the, how to watch the opportunity presentation online. So whether it's welovepremiere.com, whether it's your personal website, anything like that, you're going to go through and just have a sheet that explains how they can go online and watch your opportunity video. And then they also go through and they will send you a text once they've completed that, and I'll explain that in a few seconds here. So that is the third thing that I go through and put in there. Outside order forms, the 40 friends in 4 minutes, the inviting verbiage, and then the OP. It is a matter of 4 items. How hard is that, right? 4 items I put in their hostess packets, plus the tic-tac-toe on the outside. So that is all I put in there. And here's the thing. When I give them the packet, I say nothing. I say, here's your packet. Take it home with you, and I'm going to give you a call Monday. And what I'll do is I'll text you Monday, and I'm going to give you just a quick 5-minute phone call. And just for answering my call, you're going to get into my monthly hostess drawing. Isn't that amazing? And that's it. You know what? I give them their packet. They get to take it home with them. Some open up their packet over the weekend. Some don't, and that's okay. And the thing is if I'm at a Tuesday night show, I don't wait till Monday to call her the following week, but instead I'll call her maybe Thursday or Friday that week. But those are very small amount of shows that I do on Tuesdays. But when I do, I try to touch base with her that week. All right, so here's what I do. I give them this packet and say nothing about it, because when you're at a show and you start going over of, okay, so here's what you need to do. You need to get outside orders. You need to go through and pass the catalog around to everyone. You need to, and you just throw up on them. By the time they get in the car, they're like, I don't know if I want to continue doing this, right? We throw up on them. It is not pretty. So here's what we do instead. You're going to give them the packet, and you're just going to tell them one thing. So here is your hard job for tonight. I need you to just think between now and Monday when I talk to you, what type of theme you want to do for your show. That's it. That's all I want you to do. I want you to think of what theme. And so I kind of give her some ideas. It could be a flip-flop show. Everyone wears their cutest flip-flops. It could be brownies and bling. It can be, wine and chocolate night. It could be wine and cheese night. It can be white hot night where everybody wears white. You just give them some ideas. And then Monday when you give them a call, say, so what is your, what's your theme going to be? Because here's what I've noticed. I've done this business 8 years. I've done themes here and there, have never been really consistent, but here's what I'm noticing. Ladies are coming for the experience, not for the jewelry, even though some do. Most come for the experience. Most come to help the hostess. And when your hostess goes through and is inviting everyone, they're like, oh my gosh, you need to come to my wine and cheese jewelry show. They're like, oh my gosh, wine and cheese, I am there times 10. How many people can I bring? That's the thing. You want to create the excitement. What does that mean for us? Absolutely nothing. The thing is people are going to be coming. Now, I do a quick pick collage invite the week of her show where I just send her a quick Picolage that says, you know, don't forget about my wine and cheese night this Thursday at 6 p.m. Bring a friend. You know, I do that, and I posted just a little picture of wine and cheese. I don't talk about the jewelry. They know it's a jewelry show. They know what's going on, because my original invite that I text to her and I post on Facebook is all about the jewelry show and the wine and cheese night. I put all of that on there. So you don't have to remind them that it's a jewelry show. You need to remind them what the theme is, and have fun with that. But that is her first task between when you go through and give her the packet and when you call her. So here's what I'm doing. Instead of spitting up on them for those, you know, 20 minutes at the show, or meeting up with them separately and giving them their packets and all that, people are crazy busy. They truly are. So instead what I'm doing is I'm doing 5-minute phone calls every week with these ladies. And I'm doing them starting 6 weeks out, okay? So here's what's fabulous. It gives you 6 weeks of coaching, not one day, not 20 minutes. It gives you 6 weeks. It allows you to be top of mind at least once a week. It allows them to be like, oh, I can do this. This is manageable. It's super simple. And she only calls me for 5 minutes. And ladies, I will tell you, 5 minutes is actually the longest I've ever been on a phone call. Usually it's 2 to 3 minutes, and we get everything touch based on, and they are so excited. And they usually send me a text right afterwards of, hey, I already completed the test that you gave me. So that's what's awesome about it. So here's how it goes. Now, I apologize. I don't have my sheet in front of me of the exact 6 weeks outline. Lindell will send that to you. But, you know, I'm running on 3 hours of sleep. I actually took a 20-minute nap before I got on here because life has been absolutely crazy. But I am on here, and I am going to go through and go off of memory. So just to give you guys a heads up, you can do this business no matter what. So absolutely. So here's the thing. You want to go through on week 6. You first of all, you want to set up 1 day a week that you are making phone calls to all of your hostesses for the next 6 weeks. Pick 1 day, not every day, 1 day. So my phone calls are usually Mondays all day, whether it's during the morning, the afternoon, evening, whenever people are available. So if I shoot them a text 9 o'clock Monday morning, I'm like, hey, just checking to see when you have a quick 5 minutes that I can give you a call so you can earn your 3 extra tickets into the monthly drawing. Now, yes, I know all of you are going to be stuck on how in the world, what is your monthly drawing? I don't know, ladies. You make it up as you go. It could be a $10 Starbucks gift card. It could be a $20 jewelry gift card. It could be a fabulous scarf you found at TJ Maxx. You make up the gift and you make it up every month. But I will tell you, I post the winners in my VIP group. And here's why I do that, because it catches people's attention. Well, if you're a hostess of hers, you end up in a drawing each month. How fabulous is that? And that's what people get excited for. They want drawings. They just want a chance to win stuff. They want the experience, okay? So that's why I do it that way. So day 1, you want to go through, thanks Lindell, that's why we get along. We make it up as we go. And of course, just so you know, I even have my 4-year-old son here in my room because that's how we work. What can I say? You work as you can. But the thing is, and you might see him pop on, you never know. But anyways, on week 6, what you're going to do is you're going to go through, send that text Monday morning, Wednesday morning, whatever day that you are setting aside that people can go, that you can call for 5 minutes. And the thing is I kind of do 15-minute time slots. So I do 7 o'clock, 7:15, 7:30, 7:45, 8 o'clock. I get 4 hostesses coached at the same, within an hour. And that is so effective. That is so much worthwhile our time. We are focused. We're able to sit down and keep track of them. So absolutely huge for your business. Okay. So what I'm going to do is week 6, please. What we're going to go through and do is, for week 6, I just go through, I obviously find out what is her theme, and then I go through and say, okay, so remember that packet I gave you? I want you to just open that up really quick. There's 2 sets of catalogs in there and some order forms, okay? Every week, we are just going to go through this packet one at a time, and it's just quick 5-minute phone calls. So the first thing I want you to pull out for today is just the 40 friends in 4 minutes sheet. And here's the thing, this is so stinking hard. You're going to grab your phone out and you're going to write down 40 people out of your phone, or 40 friends, family, neighbors, and you'll see that it's divided. So it allows you to kind of think out of the box, because sometimes we get stuck on, oh, I can invite coworkers. No, you can invite everybody, friends, family, neighbors, your gynecologist, I don't care, invite people, just have fun with it. So go through explain that sheet really quick, and then say, and here's the thing, to get into my monthly drawing for another 3 tickets, all you got to do is send me a text with your with a picture of the 40 minutes and 4 friends sheet. If you don't have a picture, just give me a quick call and let me know that you've accomplished it. And you know what? You're going to get the 3 tickets. It is that easy. And usually within the same day or the next day, I'm getting those text messages from my hostesses. Ladies, they love being told what they need to do. They're used to it. See, I told you my 4-year-old would be on here. Yes, absolutely. Thank you guys for going through and posting this. I love it. I'm trying to read what you guys are writing in case there's any questions. But yes, you're going to go through and do that for week 6. Week 5 then, and again, you can be in touch with them over the week and all of that. I'm not saying that you don't have to talk to them again, but the thing is they're crazy busy. And if they know every Monday you're contacting them, they're excited. They know that. They're going to put that in their schedule. Even though we don't set the exact time until, you know, that day, because my life is crazy. I can't schedule 7 days ahead for a 5-minute phone call. Okay. So week 5, I then go through and you can have them, and again, this order, you can change it up as you want. I know Lindell's is going to be a little bit different. So again, you go through and you do it as you need and you see fit. Okay. Week 5, I go through and I talk about the Facebook invite and the text invite that I have already created for her and sent her, and made sure that she already invited everyone through Facebook and that she's already texted it out. If she's having any trouble or issues, you make sure you address them at that time. So that's kind of her task. If she hasn't already done those 2 things, that's her task for that week, to get the extra 3 tickets. And the thing is, it's just like Premier. We are a word of honor type of company. So you need to trust them when they say, oh my gosh, yes, I went through and, you know, I texted 5 people or 10 people or 20 people, you know, just, you know, you figure out the best way to do this for them. So that's week 5. Week 4, then you're going to go over how she can get outside orders, who she needs to pass it around to, you know, what's a promotion that she can use. And again, this can be week 3 or week 4. And if they book out only 4 weeks, that means you need to improvise and possibly give her 2 tasks in 1 week. Okay, so just to give you an idea, sometimes this is not going to be picture perfect. And if they're 12 weeks out, you're not calling them until 6 weeks out. Okay, so just to give you an idea. But week 4, you're going to go through and talk about orders. And most times at that time, they're like, oh, I don't have any orders. And I'm like, hey, no worries. You know what? What I want you to do right now, and I will tell you, week 3 and week 4 are interchangeable. So when I say week 4, it could be week 3. But the week 4, you're going to go through and have her, and again, for week 4, you're going to go through that verbiage that's on that sheet as well. So if they can't come, she can go through and read right off of there and tell them what to say and do. The other thing is what I do is week 4, or whenever I'm telling her about the outside orders, I also give her a quick 3-day promotion. Okay. I just did this for one of my hostesses today. And unfortunately, obviously I couldn't talk to her on Monday. She was out of town, so we talked today, but I give her a quick promotion and I say, okay, so here's a bonus for you. Anybody that you pass around the catalog to and they place their order between today and Monday at 8 p.m. is going to get 15% off their orders. All you got to do is send me a text of their name and what it is they want, and I will send you their totals, but I need that by Monday at 8 for them to qualify. So here's what's happening. When I go through and do that, number 1, my hostess was probably totally forgetting to even go through and give out those packets anywhere. She's probably forgetting to take it to work. She's probably doing all these things. So if I'm giving her a promotion, she's like, oh, I got to take it to work today because this ends on Monday. It is making them to get quicker at it. It's making them to think. And then this weekend, guess what they do? They take it with them. You know, so when they meet friends and family. So what's happening is I'm usually getting about $100 to $200 in outside orders with the 15%. Now, yes, you can look at that of, oh, you're giving away 15%, you're only making 35. But you know what? 35% of 100 to 200 is much better than 0% of 0, right? Or 50% of 0, however you want to say it. So the big thing is offer a quick promotion. And what's going to happen is Monday when she's texting you all of these orders, she's now realizing how easy and fun this is. And she's going to keep passing around the catalog. So now she has a total of 3 weeks she's passing around the catalog. not the day before. So huge thing, okay, to go through and do for her. Plus, when they get outside orders, what's going to happen? She's not going to cancel. You know she's going to have people coming anyways now because she's talking to people about, you know, ordering, about coming to the show. So it is a win-win situation always. 15% is absolutely big. And right, and like Linda's also saying, we're getting rid of those $50 bonuses. So you now have an extra $10 to spend on, you know, these incentives. And that's what I do. I offer this type of incentive to collect those pre-orders. Okay, so week 3 then, or possibly week 4 if you switch them, is going through the, you know, how to have them watch the video OP. Super quick and simple, and what I have them do is actually do the opportunity questionnaire on my website, and that way I get their responses directly emailed to me, and they don't have to do any other work. I send her a quick text, hey, I got your questionnaire, awesome job. And then I go through whatever her answers were, and I kind of just say, you know, I saw that you're a number 5, and you're thinking about this, but you're worried about the money or whatever. And then we go through the OP at that time and just try to answer any questions. So that's week 3 and 4. Week 2, then you can go back through and make sure she's still collecting outside orders. Make sure that she is going through and, you know, she is excited and inviting people, find out how many people she has RSVP'd. It's literally just a recap week that you're going to do, and make sure that she is following her tic-tac-toe sheet as well. And again, a lot of times they're like, oh, well, I have this tic-tac-toe. I've already done 3 of those things. I'll say, okay, great. So how can we get 8 friends in attendance? You know, we're going to go through, and you want to make sure you invite people last minute. Tell each person to bring a friend with them. So you can talk about the tic-tac-toe sheet at that time as well, just to help guide her as well. Okay, week 1 is when you're going to go through and tell her how to remind people. It's when you're going to send the pick collage reminder for her wine and cheese show or her flip-flop show. That'll be huge because obviously they're going to get excited, and now she's also, you know, she's reconnecting with them because it's not the same pick collage invite that you sent her at the beginning. You're instead going to go through and send her a reminder one, which has nothing about jewelry again, okay? So nice and easy. The other thing that I do is about 2 to 3 days before her show, I just ask her to pull out a couple solid color tops that we can accessorize during the show, and if she has any layering pieces, I have her pull those out as well, and then I let her know I'll arrive about 30 minutes early to set up. And this I usually do through text. So pulling out the clothes and the, you know, go through the, how to remind them, or not remind them, but me showing up 30 minutes early and stuff, I go through and say that in a text. So that's it. That is exactly how I hostess coach. And I will tell you, it's fabulous because these ladies love to hear our voices. And I know a lot of times we think we're bugging them through text and stuff. And so when we actually get to talk to them, they get to tell us some things about themselves. They say, oh my gosh, I was just on vacation for 3 weeks, and, you know, I was just here, and this was what happened, and my life has gone crazy. And you get to learn things about them versus when we home hostess coach, you find out stuff 6 weeks prior or 8 weeks prior, and then you know nothing else about what's going on in their life for that 6 to 8 weeks. Whereas now I'm in touch with my hostesses more than they're in touch with their own family. Isn't that crazy? But it's super quick and simple for my life. It's allowing me to be able to work this from home. I'm able to do it while we're out at the park. You know, we're able to do this hostess coaching with our daily life versus instead of. So just really quick, anybody who's on here, if you guys have any questions at all, I would love to go through and answer them. And Cheryl, thank you so much for posting those quick reminders of exactly what I do, because that makes life so much easier for everyone who's going to be able to listen to this video at the end. But ladies, the big thing is with this business is just have fun with it and make sure you're creating an experience. It is not their job, it's ours. We need to make sure we are going through, example of a text invite featuring, it's not a text invite, it's a text reminder. So all it is just a background for pick collage. It is, you know, don't forget about my wine and cheese night on Thursday at 6 p.m. And then there's just a picture of wine and cheese. That's it. It says nothing about their name, their address, none of that. They should have that in the original text. And if they don't, my hostess sends that out again. but the reminder is literally a background. And it says, don't forget about my show Thursday night, my wine and cheese show Thursday night at 6 o'clock. And then it just goes through, and at the bottom, it just has the wine and cheese picture. That's it. That's all I have on there. So it's just a quick reminder. And I change mine every time I do one. So I don't ever keep a copy of it because I just change it and keep going. So the original invite, I just use whatever Red Stamp has. And then I just have on there, I don't even put the theme because usually they haven't even responded back with a theme yet for me. Invites, I always invite a month before the event. So I make sure if I go through and I schedule a show right now, and it's for September 30th, what I do is I actually create her text invite, create her Facebook invite before our first phone call. So I already send all of that to her. If she gets to it that first week, great. If not, week 5, we go through and we address it at that time if she hasn't already sent that out. I always go through, and usually they have their invites within 6 weeks ahead of time, not just a month, unless they just booked for September 15th. Then obviously I'm getting it to them as soon as I can. Great question, Erin. Thanks. Any other questions that I can answer while I'm on here? This just makes life a lot easier before my day gets crazy busy again. I will tell you, this system and stuff, I did not create this myself. I took it from another jeweler who created it, but I had to tweak it for myself because some things I was like, oh, I don't do that, or I need to do this, and then I implement those items in there as well. Well, ladies, I just want to thank you. I don't see any other questions popping up here, but I just want to thank you for your time. The biggest thing, you'll see up on my board, I know it's backwards right now, but it just says wish it, dream it, and then just do it. I know this might sound very daunting, and it might sound like, I don't know if I could implement that, but start it with all your shows today. Don't wait 6 weeks. Don't wait for shows you book today. Start it with your upcoming hostesses and say, hey, I am super excited to let you know, even your August hostesses, you can do this today. Go through, touch base with them, and say, hey, when can I call you for a quick 5-minute phone call? I want to get you in last minute for my August monthly drawing, and you're going to get 3 tickets in just for letting me call you. Isn't that awesome? And then just go through. If you guys have already talked about orders and things like that, then don't talk about that. Talk about something that maybe she hasn't done yet, but you can do that today. So that is fabulous. So ladies, I just want to thank everybody again. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to post it on Lindell's page, or you can also send me an email. My email is actually changing. It's going to be for Premiere, lifebydesign2009 @gmail.com. So thanks again and have a fabulous day.